Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and I'm stiff and sore from climbing up and down 3 pieces of equipment. Thor! Oh, I need how would you say, a elevator to climb in and out of him all day. On freaking real. But I did it as the old guy. Yes, this morning we woke up to +4, but I can feel the sun is warm, but feels like +3. Yes, I still got my winter jacket on and everything, not like the poor people down by Sir Rodney there. They're getting rain and snow yesterday. That's our snow. We haven't had any snow. I don't know where it went. We used to get 3 good snowstorms before summer. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, +39 Fahrenheit, but feels like +37. Yes, we have those truck years in the yard here. Also, too, this is not real American Budweiser. It's brewed in Canada, so it's a copy. Just like a Honda motor, they sell those knockoffs. You know, the blue ones, which I buy because I can afford them. So this here is brewed in Canada, and they probably give a percentage to the Budweiser company so they can feed the Clydesdales. Yes! So it's not true American beer. I don't think we can get any true American stuff up here. Yes. All right. So today we're going to landscape right here to get that done. All right. So that's the project today. And then over here, we're going to move that rock. Where's the rock? Okay. There's the rock right there. Then we can put the wings, unload the wings, yes, so we can move stuff around. So that's the project. Also, too, did you notice we started the cats to move them? Oh, that sun is bright. Right there, we move cats and no booster cables needed. Yes, they start and run. I own obsolete equipment, not junk. Not like my dad running around with his booster cables and, how to say, his little tire gear. Oh, the burps. The peanut butter was good. And the tire inflator thingy. He had one of those little air pumps or an air tank. I don't do that because I'm not my dad. I finish my projects. Well, close, sort of, almost. Yes. So today we're just going to do loose ends in the yard. And Sunday we're planning to move the wings. Ooh, look at that. Nice picture. All right, we better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, I got up this morning, had my morning coffee, and then I got on my hoe. Yes, it's always good to ride your hoe first thing in the morning, so I dragged these trees down, so we're in the work area. They were the ones way up there by the big rock. So on the way past with the mini hoe, I raked up all these willows. Yes, these willows, because they were right here, and we're going to get the tin out from underneath this van trailer, because that's trailer 5, and we're going to landscape this nice and smooth. Oh, my finger pointer. Yes, because trailer 6 is over here. That's trailer 6. So we're going to move trailer 6 over to be with trailer 5. That way at my estate auction, the auctioneer can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha ha ha. Just like Count Dracula on Sesame Street. Okay, then with the bucket still on the loader, I went and hauled a couple of loads of wet gravel from the gravel source. It seems to be all wet there. This rain we had last week sure is soaking it down, which is good because we need the water levels to rise or the fish will be walking. So right there is the bedrock pointing up, so I just kind of smoothed it out. It's just too wet to do anything, and we will have compaction. Compaction, yeah, or settling. Yeah, that's a new word, settling. All right, let's go check the loader. Okay, about 12 years ago, I ordered a custom edge blade or bucket, a cutting edge for a bucket for a customer because he wanted me to put it on. Well, I ordered it in and he never paid me, so I didn't weld it on his bucket. I welded it on mine. So that was 12 years ago, and I'm still trying to get used to the, how would you say, the grabbiness or digginess of this bucket. The old one was worn out, and I could, fart around and have a good time. So 12 years ago, I sat in the shop when it was rainy, miserable, and welded it on. So I even did a nice job, and you can tell this loader came from the mine originally because there's all that nickel iron or stainless rod because they used it on everything. Great fun to, how would you say, cut and weld everything. But the thing is we don't use the bucket that much. We're more of a fork kind of guy. We have enough cats and stuff like that, so we don't really use the bucket. So to change it out, we finally figured out to take the kids swing set, the staff swing set, and shorten it down so we could put the forks on that way, because nothing's straight, nothing's level in the world of King of Obsolete, just like Dr. Seuss. And then we had some scrap metal laying around, so we used up this scrap metal. So nothing is straight, nothing is, how would you say, well, we make it work. So we take the pins out of the bucket here, right like that. Okay, they're oiled, they're not greased or anything like that, and we just change. That's the way we change it out. It's been like that since 1993 when I bought the loader, and this is the way we do it. So we'll flip the bucket over, so the cutting edge is right there, and the top of the bucket fits into this V thing here. Okay, and the whole idea of it being bigger than a bucket is you got to be able to slide the bucket back and forth to get the pins to line up when you're trying to put it back on. All right, we won't set the tripod up to record this because as soon as I hit the record button, nothing goes right. But if I don't record it, I can do it quickly and easily. Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and it took me on the 3rd day. Yes, on the 3rd day. No, it was 8th day God created rock and roll. That was a Kiss song. All right, so on the 3rd day, we got the rock. Yes, it's over here on the forks, going for a little ride because I have a special job for that rock. Seems out only took me almost 30 years to move it. All right, let's go burn some lunch and get back to work. Okay, after lunch in the kingdom, and I put my rock where I want it to be for now, but it's going to a different location later on. So I have the tub here. There's the chrome girl from the Buick. Yes, we picked up the scrap over by the rock or the wings or whatever, and now we have to empty this sort of thing, Bob. It wasn't the greatest plan on earth, but if these tanks weren't here, because they were being made into sleighs, but we got sidetracked, we kind of wandered away in different directions. So now I'll hand bomb the top off of this tote here so it looks better in the pictures because it looks overflowing. All right, that'll be a couple of beer job, I think. Okay, that didn't take long. I got it done. Yes, it was a 1 beer job, and I said it would be 2, so now I have to have the 2nd beer to recover. All right, so we always make sure we do a good job. Nothing on the ground for curb appeal, and the tote is empty. We don't do a half a job around here in the kingdom. All right, so if I drag this tote out with the mini hoe, I would have scuffed up the ground, made a mess, and then I would be hand raking it, so it's faster to do it this way. Plus, going through the scrap, it brings back memories of when we were doing stuff, processing it, or working on an item. Oh, the memories. Let's go dump this and continue working, seeing how it is Saturday. Okay, we've always had this beaver tail trailer here, parked beside trailer 2, so it'll go somewhere else in the yard when it dries up. I never realized how wet it is after all that rain. So then trailer 1 goes beside trailer 2 right here. Got to get the finger going. All right, so I sat on my mini hoe after hand bombing all that scrap metal as a form of relaxation, just ride the hoe. So I got all the rocks or debris smoothed out on these willows. It seems to be every 15 years they start growing out of control, but every year we've been working them and, trying to kill them off and stuff like that. So you just rake your dirt back, trying to walk and talk, okay, to get the rocks out, because the rocks seem to come up like you wouldn't believe, like potatoes. They grow like potatoes around here. And you get a debris pile like that, and then you just wait a year and the stuff dies out, and then you can use it somewhere else in the yard. So I had a nice relaxing hour on my hoe. Now I'll trim up these brush piles right here, and then I can have coffee.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville, and it's almost 10 a.m. and I'm just getting ready to head to work. As you can see, it's pretty cloudy out here, but the sun is trying to peek out from behind the clouds. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. 1:30 and I'm just finishing up my lunch break. It's been a pretty good morning. I'm doing cleaning and stuff around the store today. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. As you can see, we have some dark clouds rolling in, so maybe it'll rain. Just after 5 p.m. and I made home from work. It was a pretty good afternoon. I got a lot of training done, plus I did some cleaning. Now it's time to head on over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. 5:30 and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like my dad is doing some more landscaping with the loader. I think he's down by the ramp getting some more drill core and dirt mixture. I think he's putting it over top all the rocks here to make it a little nicer. Now I'll head on over and see what he's up to. I think he is over at the ramp, so let's go check it out. Down by the back gate now, and the ramp is just around the corner behind those trees, and this is all the core and stuff that we laid out a couple years ago back in the summer of 2020. You couldn't even see in here. That's how much core and boxes and miscellaneous stuff was all in here. Then we cleaned it all up, and now we're going to repurpose all this dirt and rock and put it up by the house. Just did a quick little load. Now we are going to switch over to the 41 and the drag, and then we're going to drag a few times around the yard to get it nice and smooth. We can't go down the south trail because it's still too muddy in there, plus we don't really drag the south trail in the summertime, but I might go down there and show you guys how muddy it is once we're done with the drag. Almost 6 p.m. We just got the 41 hooked up to the drag. Now we'll do a few passes around the yard, so I'll get a couple videos of that. Got all the lights on so we can check to see if the alternator is working. We just turned them off. As you can see, the front lights are on as well. We just had the top ones on, but now we turned those off. So it looks like everything's good. Just after 6 p.m. and I'm officially done in the kingdom, but I have to go down the north trail and go check out the wagon. My dad said he found me a couple bottles, so I'll walk over there and then I'll stop down the south trail and get a little video of how muddy it is and then the front gate. Down the north trail and I found the wagon. It's looking a lot cleaner in here. My dad has all the scrap he found in a pile there, and then we have the trees on top, but he told me there was 2 green bottles down here. So let's take a look. I wonder what kind of bottles these were. This one doesn't really have anything on it. Oh, don't want to break it. But this bottle, I think this was a wine bottle, as you can see on the top there. And then on the very bottom, I'm not sure if my phone will focus, but you can see wine on there. Looks like there might be still some left in there. Now let's head on back and go down the south trail. Down the south trail now, and it sure is muddy back in here. As you can see, there's a pretty big water hole right there, and then our trail that goes back into the kingdom is just in the bush here, but it comes out in a big watering hole. Sure is dry in some spots, but it's pretty wet in others. That's why we don't go down here, because we don't want to make ruts. Down at the front gate now, and I was just heading back into WHO-ville, and I figured I'd give you guys a little video. Last year at this time, I was down in this little sand hole here, which is kind of like a pond as well, getting all my sand for the dog pens back in WHO-ville. This year, I cannot do that because, as you can see, it's still pretty wet in here and muddy, and the trees haven't blossomed yet. Quite a big difference from this year compared to last year. 6:30, and I made it back from the kingdom and put the quad away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and do the weather. 7 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's 12 degrees Celsius, which is 53 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It's been pretty nice out today other than the wind, plus the mosquitoes are starting to get bad, so I'll have to start wearing a bunch of bug spray. As long as the sand flies don't come out, I'll be happy. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, 7 o'clock in the kingdom, we had a productive day. At the last minute there, I think it was at 4 o'clock, we panicked, and if we got lots of rain, my little pad up here would have evaporated, eroded. So I was going to put little rocks all the way around, and then I got thinking, I'm the king of obsolete. I got this drill core crap, so let's put it on top. It's like sprinkles on an ice cream cone, so we don't know what to do with it, and plus everything has to settle. So I could spend 3 hours landscaping, making this look pretty for the the staff to put planters or something on, but that's pointless because this ground's going to settle because it's still frozen. So I just whacked the tops down, made it look smooth, and called it good. It was good to drive the 41 Chevy around the yard. Actually, it's pulling the drag 2 passes, smoothed out the trail I was taking with the loader. That made a big difference. So 10 minutes of dragging sped up my travel time, plus it wasn't so bouncy in the loader, and I didn't spill my beer. Okay, the next thing I did here on trailer 1 was take the mini hoe and get rid of all those willows. There's my pointer finger. Yes, pull all the willows, the rocks back, because we're going to move this trailer, because it's been sitting here for a long time, back before the Swedish kid was even born. Oh yes, that's been here a long time. So I also put oil on the wheel nut studs there, so everything should go. So what we're gonna do is raise it up, put the screaming Ford out under the front, and then jack the back end up. That way the little wobbly legs don't fall over and collapse. So that'll be this week's project. Hopefully, if it dries up, it's unreal how wet the ground is. Okay, Thor's back where he's parked, and he's hiding. Yes, he's hiding in the 38 GMC. We don't need a service truck today. We had a good day running non-stop, and the loader performed well. We bounce and bounce and bounce, and tomorrow the staff is coming over. We're going to unload the wings, yes, and put them where the rock was. Yes, we have all the wings out leaning against the trees. Oh, just look at that. All right, the flags are looking good. Well, kind of, sort of. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.